not to get all serious, but do you remember that song? I'm blue, da-ba-dee-da-ba. Remember that song? Re-listen to that song. That is a sad song, alright? That guy's not happy. Listen to the lyrics, he's blue. Da-ba-dee-da-ba-die. But, I listen to it, just listen to the lyrics, it's like, I live in a blue house with my blue girlfriend. She is a blue bitch, gonna kill my blue self. I'm blue, da-ba-dee-da-ba-da. I wanna die. Has anyone checked on the lead singer of Eiffel 65? John Von Kurt. Please check on him. Where is he now? No, yeah, so, my father, that's how I'm starting this one. My father was such a drunk that he didn't even want me to call him Dad. He used to say, son, call me an ambulance. So I'd get on the phone and I'd go, Mom, an ambulance has been sick down the window of the pub again. Too dark that one? Yeah, it was an ambulance, or AA for short, which is something he never went to, so yeah. But I grew up without my dad, as that's quite clear now. I lived with and it's made me uncomfortable around like blokes, like, you know, blokey blokes. There's some in here tonight, and it makes me uncomfortable around them, right? Because I grew up with my mum and my sister, and I had like an old-fashioned stepdad with an iron fist. And he wasn't a good father figure, because he was too busy lugging around that fist made of iron. So he never had time to like take me to the ball game and that. So, but I've found that happens a lot. I'm uncomfortable around blokes. I come at a new job, and I can see them in the corner, they're talking about me, they're going, hey, who do you think he supports? Huh? Who do you think he supports? Should we ask him? Hey, who do you support? And I'm like, oh, I didn't think they were interested in this. And I go, you want to know who I support? I support a Himalayan snow leopard for just £2 a month, pal. That's right. This is him. His name's Ronaldo. And they're like, oh, like Cristiano Ronaldo. And I'm like, who's that? And they're like, oh, no, Man United. I'm like, Men United? The charity for men with prostate cancer, I support that too. I do. I support that too, yeah. Yeah, big believer in that one. But I was in a beer garden recently, and I'm getting to know this guy in a platonic way, and I'm talking to him, and he tells me his name's Jack, and he goes, what's your name? I say, Phil, and he goes, where are you from, pal? And I go, oh, Atherton. And he goes, oh, where's that? And I go, oh, it's near Bolton. And he goes, oh, good result for you today. I was like, oh, is this football? And he goes, yeah. And I go, I don't really watch football, mate. And then he went, I don't really like football either. Ever since I met my uni mates, they're into it, so I just wing it, you know. I watch Match of the Day and I just regurgitate what they're saying. Heskey! I've not watched football in years, alright? My references are 20 years old. And I was like, Jack, well, what do you like? And he was like, I don't know, like reading? And I was like, well, if they're good friends, tell them that, and they'll ask you about Pride and Prejudice. Listen, I don't read and I don't watch football, I don't know the references. And but my favourite part of that guy's life is that he's like a closet non-football fan. And I think that the best place for him to come out to his friends would be at the stadium. You know, he's there with them all, and don't join him with this bit. He's there with them all, and he's like, U-N-I-T-E-D. I don't like football, but I hope you like me. He's like, what was that, mate? He's like, oh, what? And he's like, what did you say after U-N-I-T-E-D? And he's like, oh, just the usual second part, mate. Come on, let's sing our favourite one. Football's pretty good. It's pretty good. We like football. I know I do. Don't ostracise me from the group. And I'm like, what was that, mate? And he goes, you know what, fuck it. And he rips open his United shirt, and underneath there's a picture of Charles Dickens' face. And he's like, Dickens. I think about that guy to this day, alright? And the most recent time I thought about him, it was the Euros final when England lost. And I pictured him in my mind, I thought, shit, what if tonight, to prove how much of a football fan he is, he climbs to the top of the Manchester Football Museum and jumps off to prove his allegiance to football? And what if I was there and I go over and I'm like, holy shit. And you know, he's on the floor, and there's blood everywhere, and his backpack's open, there's a copy of Pride and Prejudice, and there's a copy of Football for Dummies. And I'm like, shit, Jack, how can I help you? And he goes, no, call me an ambulance. And I go, alright, well, it's a weird request, but I suppose I can.
Emergency operator, which service please?
I need an ambulance.
I'll just put you through.
Son?
Dad? I mean AA. AA, that's the one.
Thank you